Welcome back to the Blonde Majority podcast. I'm Alex.
And I'm Katie.
Katie, how was your week?
It was good. I just got back from Tulum,
Why were you in Tulum?
a girlfriend's wedding. It was very quick. I took a red eye in Thursday night. I think we left at midnight.
God.
We got in at 6:40 to Cancun. Then it was a 2-hour drive from Cancun to Tulum. Then I spent the day on the beach with my girlfriends, which was fabulous. I got to see my college girlies. And then had like the welcome party at night.
Mm-hmm.
And then Saturday was the wedding. But Saturday morning we get this message from the hotel.
Oh.
And it's like, there's gonna be a protest tomorrow at this like start of Tulum over the beach, which I was like, what? So Sunday protest scheduled. We were supposed to have our like airport shuttle leave at 9:30 in the morning for our 2:30 flight, but they were like, with the protest we recommend you leave at 7:30. And so then at that point, Alex, I was like, the only United flights from Cancun to LA were like 8 a.m., 2:20, and 5 something. And I was like, you know what? If I have to sit at the airport all day, why don't I just take this 8 a.m. flight? Why don't I just... So
you were in Mexico 36 hours?
Yeah, basically. So then I'm like, well, and I like to be early to the airport. Like, I'm a complete freak of nature. Like, it gives me anxiety not to.
Especially international.
Exactly. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen in Mexico. Am I going to get stopped? Like, I don't know. So I'm like, please move my airport transfer to 3:45 a.m. And then I went on the United app, changed the flights.
Nice.
I actually got money back.
Oh.
Apparently people didn't want to take the 7:58 a.m. flight from Cancun to LA.
Did you like upgrade a little?
I did upgrade to... We were in economy plus on the way there because it was a red eye. And I wanted first class, I would have, but they were all taken. So then
They didn't even have like business.
It was just first class business, and then that was like effectively the same. It was like 6 rows of that, and they weren't like lie flats or anything. And then I had booked as just in regular economy on the way home because it wasn't a red eye, and I was like, well, screw that, I'm booking economy plus.
How long's the flight?
5 hours.
Yeah, first class is worth it for that.
Honestly, I'm starting to think it's worth it more and more because of just the people you see.
Yeah, now Spirit Airlines
is defunct. Apparently Elizabeth Warren killed that. That's what people are saying.
Damn Native Americans.
Yeah, 0.0% or whatever. Like, Alex,
every drop counts.
You might be more Native American than she is. You never know.
I'm not taking a DNA test.
You could be 1%. And I don't know how much she was, but I don't think it was like anything. Pocahontas.
Well, it got her into college, so.
Got her into a lot of things, I think.
Yeah. Where's she from? Like, where's she represent?
Well, I think she's in New Hampshire.
That makes sense.
I believe.
That sounds right.
Definitely Northeast. I want to say New Hampshire. Maybe Vermont.
But I think New Hampshire.
Those states are like pretty interchangeable.
My favorite thing about New Hampshire is their license plates because their slogan is live free or die.
Just die. Yeah. Just live free or die.
Live free or die. And you know what? I think that's pretty American.
No, it actually is so American. And
I
it
really
reminds,
like it.
Wasn't that 50 Cent's album, Live Free or Die Tryin'?
You're speaking a genre I'm not an expert in.
I'm not really an expert in either, but I feel like 50 Cent had his day, like, when I was a kid. And I liked a few of his songs. And they were, some of them were so inappropriate that, like, you were like, what? So...
Speaking of Elizabeth Warren, Kamala Harris endorsed Karen Bass for mayor of LA.
Does she realize how stupid that is?
I feel like if you're like a mega liberal, you're like loving this. Like,
didn't she say like, oh, she's helped the homelessness problem and the crime problem? Like, she's like,
yeah,
like helped it as in solved it in some capacity.
I think if you're just like a liberal,
what are you smoking?
You're smoking whatever the homeless are smoking. I think you're a liberal, you're just like loving this. Like, nothing could get any better except for Obama also endorsing Karen Bass for mayor. Or you're just profiting hundreds of millions of dollars from this.
Yeah, but I literally think profiting, I think,
Yeah.
that's the major key. I'm pretty sure she said something like about claiming she stamped out crime and homelessness is part of like Kamala's endorsement of Karen. That is actually insane.
She's
That's
like the one that's
insane gaslighting.
causing the increased homelessness and crime.
The numbers have gotten worse,
Mhm.
or the crime is just unreported. That, like,
Yeah, people have gone to the point where the crime is so bad and they've cut the police budget by so much that they've given up on calling the police because they know nothing's going to happen. But I say you should still call it a report
yeah, make
and
them do
also
something.
get a firearm.
Yes, please.
Mm-hmm.
That is actually insane. In other news, Blake Lively settled today.
Tell me. Update me.
So, Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni have allegedly reached a settlement agreement. It's not formally on the docket yet, but everybody's reporting it. So, this is definitely true.
TMZ reported?
Yeah, TMZ.
Okay,
all the major news sources did. They said that no money was exchanged, and a statement was released as well. That was very neutral. A joint statement by both of the legal teams. That was basically like, it was so neutral, and it was just like, yeah, like no DV, no bad workplaces. But nobody was admitting anything. Nobody was apologizing.
So, is she paying him? Or
sounded like there was no money being changed.
Oh.
So instead they just released this joint statement that was like, of course we don't like bad work environments. Said other.
Yeah.
But like nobody was being like, we're really sorry for the horrible conditions, but we want to move forward. It was nothing like that. There was, because there was no admission and there was no apology by either party in the statement.
Yeah.
So it was just this like neutral, like, we don't stand for bad work environments, but we're not saying this was one. To me, it's a big loss for Blake Lively.
Agreed.
Because she had 10 of her 13 claims thrown out.
Really?
Yeah, a few weeks ago on the motion for summary judgment. Dang. And then there were only 3 that remained. And I think it was last week, the Wayfair parties actually did something called, they stipulated on one of them. Mm-hmm. And what that means is they stipulated an element of one of them. So there were 2 retaliation causes of action that were still open, and one of the elements to satisfy retaliation, there are kind of 3 main elements. Mm-hmm. One is that there was a protected activity, and they said for the purposes of trial, you can treat that as satisfied. So she only had 2 elements additional to prove at trial. Okay. So tell me how the defendant decides to say, you know what, we're not admitting to this, because they by no means are admitting to any behavior, mm-hmm. but we will allow the jury to believe that that is satisfied.
Oh, that's weird.
It's actually brilliant.
Oh.
Because what she wanted to do for and I mean, it's like, I painted her in a freaking corner, because she wanted to bring in all this evidence related to protected activities around her complaining around the workplace. She could no longer bring that in because that element was not up for debate.
Oh, love that.
So she's actually sitting there going, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? I wanted to have all these people talk about all these things. And now they're like, well, there's no need. It's satisfied, ma'am. Can you just talk to the adverse employment action and the causation between the two?
So it was the judge who decided that the element was satisfied? Or
no, it's the defendant.
Oh.
So Wayfair,
oh my God,
and Justin Baldoni's team was like, sure, we'll treat that as satisfied.
You know what? You're right on this part, on this element.
Yeah, sure.
Just prove the other 2.
And all they were doing by stipulating, they were not admitting to anything. They were just saying, for the purposes of this trial and this trial only, mm-hmm. the jury can treat this as satisfied.
Slay.
And after that, but then think about this. Mm-hmm. Like a week later, she decides to settle with this joint paragraph statement that's 3 sentences. Yeah. And
it's only 3 sentences.
It's like 3 sentences. And like no money exchanged.
Wow.
And you didn't have to prove one of the 3 elements in retaliation, which you're telling me was the core function of your whole lawsuit altogether. She kept saying, her PR team, the main thing that we're fighting here is the retaliation in this horrible online bullying smear campaign. And now you have one less thing to prove, and you're like, no. So over the weekend, some other stuff was unsealed, and I think this is what did it. This is my thought. There was a message that from one of the executives at Sony to I forget some other guy, and it said something like, "We need to talk. Blake just called. She wants us to delete the dailies, and she wants us, and she's going to have other vendors delete the dailies. And what the dailies are is the day-to-day footage on set."
Mm-hmm.
And this was in September of 2024 when she very clearly had the anticipation of litigation at this point from just like other things that were going on and what we saw. So that, to me, in my opinion, looks like she was trying to spoil some evidence. Because why are you deleting that?
Yeah, you can't delete anything.
You can't. You can't. If you think you're in preparation of litigation, absolutely not. And the plaintiff, that burden starts sooner because you're the one that's going to know that you're going to sue.
Mm-hmm.
Versus the defendant, sometimes they don't know until they're served. So unless you send them, like a preservation notice. But yeah, so like, and in her deposition, they asked her point blank, did you ask anybody to delete dailies, or did anybody on your behalf ask to delete dailies? And she said no. Not, I don't recall, I don't remember. She said no. And so when that message came out, I was like, oh, she realized this is a real bad look.
Perjury.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, which is bad because her deposition's under oath. That's exactly what it is. It looks like she's lying. So
I feel like we all knew she wasn't smart.
Yeah. I think
she wasn't acting when she played Serena Vanderwood.
Yeah. I mean, it really, like, I think Ryan is behind a lot of this.
Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah. I think he really pushed a lot of this. And there were kind of some text messages that insinuated that too.
Between Blake and Ryan?
Kind of everything. It feels like he's the puppet master, and like he was actually the one doing the edits on the movie, even though she was claiming it was him. And then like the Sony people would be like, Blake said, parentheses, Ryan. Because even they knew like it was ultimately coming from Ryan Reynolds. Which is weird because like we both have significant others and they're not involved in our work.
No.
I'm not like,
I asked for advice.
Right, but
not
come sit on this meeting with me? Like,
no, absolutely not.
Yeah. Oh, hey, come write this. Maybe like I'm not gonna have Naveed like draft a legal argument.
No.
Come write this. And I'm not gonna do his like medical notes.
It's more like help me brainstorm. Yeah. Does this sound right? This wording. Does this make sense?
Am I being an asshole?
Yeah.
Is this clear? Yeah, so that's the Blake Lively news. And she went to the Met Gala tonight, which was interesting.
Oh, she did?
She did, which nobody was really expecting.
Yeah.
And this all hit today, so
maybe she just needs some good press.
I don't know.
Because maybe like if people Google her, the Met Gala will
now
show
pops up. Actually, that's super smart. Because before it was Blake Lively settles, and now it's going to be Blake Lively at Met Gala.
Yeah. I wonder what's going to happen to Justin Baldoni's career.
That's a really good question.
So I feel like with Blake, she's kind of like good on the money wise.
Yeah.
So she just needs to like lay low for like 5 years or something. If she wants to come back in 5 years,
maybe she can
come back.
She can have her side projects where she's doing her hair care and her Betty Boos or whatever.
Yeah, she just do the beauty thing, do the hair
and go
thing.
Like raise your kids.
Yeah. And then him, I don't know like what he does or what he's going to do.
It's a good question. I mean, I do think that he's built a name for himself from this, and there's a huge...
Well, are people going to want to work with him?
I think so, because I don't think that there's
no like stink on him. No BBL stink on him.
I think that a lot of the messages that came out in Discovery that came out then to the public actually made him look pretty good.
Okay.
Because a lot of the messages he was sending to his PR team were like, I don't want to hurt Blake. I just want to be defensive, and I just don't want my own reputation, or I don't want the movie to be ruined. Which was fair. Like, he had worked hard on this movie, and he had also, there's a monetary aspect to it too. I get that. Like, that's just natural.
Yeah, that's why I feel like kind of bad that he didn't get any money out of it, of the settling. At least like pay for his legal fees or whatever.
I guess, and that's according to TMZ, and I'm sure a portion of the settlement will always remain confidential. Like, we don't know what we...
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate. There are still other cases that are open because he has this insurance case that I'm still following, and then the PR case involving Stephanie Jones and Jen Abel. So there's still tangentially related matters, and then there's a Jed Wallace matter too in Texas as well. I would guess, hopefully, that the Jed Wallace case also gets settled, but the Stephanie Jones Jen Abel one might honestly not. So I'm gonna have to go back and pay attention to that. So it's their PR people fighting, which oddly could get juicy. I kind of think that there might be some interesting juice there.
Yeah. But are people like tired? But like for me, like I kind of don't care. Like now that it's settled, like okay, next thing.
Yeah, we'll see what it is. It's like it feels a bit surreal. We'll see. I'm sure in like a year or two there will be documentaries on it because hopefully, but it's hard to say because I don't know what was agreed to in the settlement and how much has to be kept confidential. Obviously, some things are out in the public, so that's
whatever TMZ says, that's the truth.
Full stop.
Period.
The truth.
It is.
So
that's the truth that Blake and Justin want us to know.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So,
speaking of the truth.
What's
a bad segue? So in the gasoline that we have in America currently has 10% ethanol in it. And it's very bad for cars, especially for classic cars. Like I have a air-cooled 1980 Porsche 911. And the ethanol is very bad. It's very like corrosive to the engine, to the machine, and it breaks down a lot of the stuff that holds it together. But because of all the like Iran shit that's going on, Middle East, all that, they're trying to add more ethanol into our fuel to make it 15% ethanol instead of 10%. And that's going to be even bad for our cars. And I believe there's a conspiracy theory with this, and you can't tell me I'm wrong. So the increased ethanol in the cars, including newer cars, that's going to make you go to the pump more often because your car is just like burning through it more, and it's also breaking down your car. And now in these 2027 model cars, they're all required to have like facial recognition, eye tracking, all of that biometric data, all required to have that. If you're someone like me who's like, no thank you, I don't want that in my car. Well, now because they're going to add the 15% ethanol in our gasoline, that's going to break down our cars, and now you're going to be forced to buy these newer cars that have all the biometric tracking data in it. It's like cash for clunkers.
It's kind of like Apple and the batteries, right? Like
they
say like a new phone comes out and they're like all of a sudden your battery.
Yeah, but this is like destroying your car, so you can't even like get a new engine. It's more like get this new one so we can track all of you.
I think they're already tracking all of me. Well, yeah. Me with the Tesla. Yeah, because
you're in a Tesla.
Yeah, and plus, like, so hard because some of it's so nice. Like, the customs, like, again, was fabulous. I'm like, there's no reason to have global entry these days. Because I never signed up for global entry, and I always was like, oh, I should do that.
Yeah.
But now, I'm like, it's so easy. I mean, you could be right. You could be right.
I'm 100% right.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, these new laws that are just gonna... It is scary that, like, they could be able to turn your car off, like, very easily.
Yeah, it's scary. Like, I don't want my car to just, like, die, like, while I'm driving. And also they say it's, like, to catch, like, drunk drivers and stuff. Like, how are people catching drunk drivers before 2026?
The cops.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's hard, right? Because the other side of that is like they don't catch everyone, and then obviously there's some drunk drivers that go out and kill people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, but that's part of it is like they're pulling on your heartstrings. by.
Fuck. I don't know if you saw this like weird like meme prisoner's dilemma thing that was going around. There's like two buttons. There's a blue button and a red button. If you if more than 50% of people press the blue button, everybody lives. But if you press the red button and over 50 or less than 50% of people press the blue button, then only people who press the red button live. But people are still choosing the blue button so they can still die. Like, press the red button.
Yeah, I was gonna say red button.
Yeah, like, at some point we gotta stop looking out for the dumb people, okay?
It's, you know, a little challenging.
I'm sorry, but not everybody can have a hospice care that rakes in millions of dollars a year from the government.
No.
People are always so scared. Like, all these liberals, they're so scared. Like, if we cut taxes, we're not gonna have money for anything. What's my money going towards now?
Yeah, fraud.
Yeah, you just discovered $250 million just in hospice care fraud, just in Los Angeles County.
But that just creates inflation,
think that's like
too.
the only fraud? You're just gonna stop there? Of course there's more. Are you kidding me? But now, like, we got increased taxes for what?
And it just creates inflation when they waste it on fraud. So that's the other thing that people don't think about. I did have a thought. I was listening to this Epstein podcast last night where they were saying that there's actually a probability that he escaped in some capacity. And that there's something to do with the blueprint of that prison, and then the blueprint is wrong for his one cell. That there's actually like 8x4 or something, like ventral duct behind it or something.
Interesting.
Yeah. Who knows if this is true or not? Like, I don't know. But then I was having this thought because I read part of that Count of Monte Cristo book that I didn't finish. And we're going to spoil some stuff for you, but I only got 400 pages.
Monte Cristo.
Yeah, I only got 400 pages, so I don't know how much I can really spoil since it's 1,400. So, like, sorry if you were ever going to read this. I've only got 400 pages to spoil, but just hear me out for a second. So, in that book, he is imprisoned.
Mm-hmm.
And he's pretty mad at the people that imprisoned him.
Mm-hmm.
Right? As anyone would be.
This is Monte Cristo.
Yeah, Edmund Dumas. Or no,
no,
Edmund,
I mean the character.
His name is Edmund in the thing, and I'm forgetting his last name, but it does start with a D. Alexander Dumas is the writer.
Yeah.
Edmund is his first name.
Mm-hmm.
But then he kind of becomes the Count of Monte Cristo.
Mm-hmm.
So Edmund is kind of falsely imprisoned, and some shenanigans that go on, and people are pissed off at him and jealous, and so they put him in prison. And then he kind of realizes why they put him in prison. And he ends up escaping because he becomes friends with this neighbor who had dug like a tunnel. The neighbor's an old guy, and he dies. And then he puts himself in his body bag, and then as they throw the body bag out, that's how the Count of Monte Cristo escapes prison, okay? Interesting, right? And then allegedly the rest of this book so then he finds the treasure on Monte Cristo that the old guy had told him about, so he becomes really rich, right?
Oh, okay.
That's about where I stopped.
And
however,
there's 1,000 more pages.
There's 1,000 more pages to this that is allegedly all about the retribution and how he gets like it's a novel about revenge on the people that imprisoned him.
Oh,
and so I could not stop thinking this last night. I was like, if Epstein escaped, how mad would he be at the people who imprisoned him? And what would he do? And so I was like, listen, I don't know if he escaped or not.
The people who imprisoned him, like the FBI, or?
I don't know ultimately who's responsible for that, right? Yes, in theory, it's the DOJ and the FBI. But are there people pulling the strings behind that?
Wait,
right?
Do you think, like, Trump had to do with that? Because then he was, like, you know, the FBI was after him and he was indicted and then he lost the 2020 election.
All I know is I feel like there's been crazy stuff going on politically. And I'm like, what if this guy is out of prison and getting his revenge behind the scenes? And I don't know what that looks like at all. But I'm just going to like sit with that for the next few weeks as I go through life and be like, what if this is still Epstein pulling the strings? Or like doing something bad because he has all this dirt on people.
I keep going back to like what we keep talking about, like what power or influence did he have to get all these people to pretty much blindly trust him? And I keep thinking it has to be something simple, you know, something that like a kid would think of. Like he can time travel, right. He can turn like invisible. He can like read minds. I don't know.
No, I'm like mind with control, you on that. Like he has something. I'm just like, what if he's out and he's like doing something really, really bad behind the scenes right now?
Probably. Maybe he's laying low for a bit. Or was, and now he's like
right because
back.
He died in 2019. Died.
Are you sure it was in 2020?
I am pretty sure it was August of 2019.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he died pre-COVID. Actually, already suspicious.
Yeah.
Because that's right before COVID.
Yeah.
Huh. I wonder if anyone's gone down that rabbit hole. I am like 95% sure it was August of 2019 because I think that I had just come back from South America.
It was right around COVID.
Epstein.
I think you're right. The August 2019.
August 10th, 2019. 66 years old.
When was he born?
Why does his death have a Wikipedia page?
What's his date of birth?
January 20th, 53.
1950? Dang, he's old.
Yeah, so he would be 73-ish.
You said January 10th?
20th.
20th? Oh, so is he an Aquarius?
74?
No. Wait, look up his zodiac. I think he's an Aquarius.
If this is even the correct birthday. Like, this guy. Goat. Aquarius.
Yeah.
Capricorn, Aquarius, cusp? That means.
Wait, do you have his birth chart?
No, but I could probably figure it out.
Anyway, I feel like this Epstein stuff, we're going to wonder about it forever. Like the boys and the virgin suicides. And you watch that movie?
No.
Okay, it was a good movie. We're gonna wonder about this Epstein stuff forever, or we'll figure it out in like 50 years or something.
I don't think we're getting close to the truth.
You know what's probably coming up soon?
What?
The release of the Jackie Kennedy Assassination Day outfit being released to the
What
public.
Do you mean it's getting released?
Oh, like her clothes.
They're
like
getting
that
released?
I think they were just like sealed away for like probably 75 years or something. So I feel like we're getting close.
I wonder if you can like pull ballistics from that. Because everybody complains that there was like the angle of the shot or whatever. I've never fully understood the JFK assassination thing. Like, I've tried to watch conspiracy theories on it, and maybe it's just because I don't care for gore that I'm like, I'm not gonna sit here and rewatch this guy getting assassinated. People seem pretty strongly on the like, the guy who killed him isn't actually the guy who killed him, or at least not from that angle.
I don't know.
I don't know enough about it.
Some of the stuff, there's just so many questions that happened so long ago.
Yeah, like
that
we weren't alive to care.
It, like, I think you're just only going to know in the afterlife.
If we in my version,
in my version of the afterlife, you get to see everything that like happened. Anyway,
I hope so.
Yeah, me too. I feel like what happens to you after you die is just whatever you believe in. So if you believe you're going to like heaven and whatever your heaven looks like, that's what's going to happen. If you believe your heaven looks like something else, then you're going to go to that heaven that looks like something else. If
Hmm.
you believe it's going to be like blackness, darkness,
Then
then that's where
there you
you'll
go.
go. Yeah, that's just my belief, I guess.
I don't think a ton about
Anyway,
the afterlife.
we don't need to get too existential, or else I won't be able to fall asleep tonight.
I'm trying to find what the other news stories were for this week, but I keep getting Met Gala posts.
Yeah, I was I was going to ask you, like, did Mexico like feel safe? You know,
Honestly,
but
it felt better than I had expected, and we did wander the town a bit. It was pretty quiet. Tulum.
That's good.
I've never been to Tulum, so I have nothing to compare it to. I know that beginning of May is not like, I think the busy season's more like October, November through like March.
Yeah,
Or
spring
like
break.
exactly. And so I think we're like a tad bit off season. But yeah, like walking the streets, like it was pretty desolate. Um, which I didn't mind, but I felt pretty safe.
That's good.
Like no real issues. I like a good small town, but I felt like I was like living in an alternate reality because like the shops would have like people working them, but there weren't other like customers around.
Interesting.
So like for instance, there was this like pizza restaurant that was just outdoors. It was very like beachy small town.
By the slice.
No, like they made the whole pizza. Like because it's kind of, I don't want to say a rundown town, but kind of like gives that like third world vibe.
Yeah.
But
like Cancun was like the main destination, and that was like beach, party, kind of tropical, kind of like Cabo, but like further away, Cancun. And then Tulum is kind of like the more like hippie,
yeah,
zen, yoga.
yeah, there were a couple of spas that were like across the street, like not on the water side, that were like healing centers that they were like, you can just walk in. Who knows what they did in there? I if I had more time, I might have gone to one. Just to like, just for the experience, I feel like it would have been a good story.
Yeah.
I'm sure something really weird would have happened. But I did feel like I wasn't in reality, but it was mainly because, or like, I don't want to say
Did it feel, like,
apocalyptic.
haunted? Oh.
I don't want to say like apocalyptic, but like I felt like I was not in my own reality in the strangest way, and I was sober the whole time, guys. Like, don't think that like anything else was going on, because it wasn't. But I walked by multiple stores and restaurants where there was like a person behind the bar, and they would smile and say hi, but there was nobody.
I mean, they're just trying to take any. I get what you mean, and maybe they're just like paid to be there by like, the
Because then like it
hotels
begged
and
the
stuff.
question of like, how do you make any money? Because we walked by a few times at different times, and I was like, this is like lunchtime, or this is like dinner time, and there was nobody.
That's sad.
It was kind of sad, but it was like the oddest feeling of like, where am I? But I haven't felt that in so long, especially living in Los Angeles, that it was oddly nice.
I like that. Oh, speaking of Los Angeles, at work we had someone come, like a lawyer person, come speak to
They're the
us
worst,
at
aren't
work.
they?
Come speak to us at work, and just, it was part of our like harassment prevention training that we're required to have every year as per like California employment law. And so she talked about all the different ways you can like harass and discriminate against people.
Okay. Did you learn anything?
The workplace also applies to if you go to like a baseball game and you invite your employees. You can't, you know.
Yeah, it's hard to
say,
separate yourself.
I know it really discourages you from making friends
Yes.
at work and being friends with them outside of work. Because you're just like, or at least I am, you're always worried, you know, with my hot takes, I'm always worried that you're just always worried that they're going to like sue you personally.
Yeah, no, I mean, well, if they sued you personally, if it was like for an employment action, your employer would have to indemnify you. California law. If it's for an employment action,
Mhm.
which it sounds like it would be under those circumstances.
But it was funny. We had that, and then we had like outing like later that week, like 2 days later. It was like just a whatever activity, harmless. But then
like bonding, like a team bonding.
it was just kind of like the outing of the quarter. Like we're gonna go bowling.
Oh,
So it was supposed to be like fun, yay! Like
sure.
meet the people who've like joined, whatever. But then like so few people went to that.
Did you go?
Yeah.
Good for you. That's good.
Yeah, but then I left.
Like,
And I just figured I left I guess before they took the pictures to let everyone know. And I did not bowl because I forgot to bring socks.
oh, yeah, I could
Yeah.
see why that would be a problem.
Honestly, I only went because we were at the Beverly Center.
There's a bowling alley there?
Yeah, Lucky Strike. It's
Huh.
next to the gym, the EOS.
Oh, yeah.
And so I only went because I needed to make a return.
The truth comes out.
Yeah.
The only reason you showed up to your work function was because you had to return something. What did you have to return? Anything?
Just like 2 shirts that my mom got me for Christmas.
From Christmas? It's May.
Yeah. Yeah, so I was able to return them because I'd never worn them. They just gave me like a gift card for like whatever the items were worth. So I got like $90 and then, I bought something cute.
That's good.
Yeah, so boom. 2 birds, 1 bowling ball.
Beverly Center. I've not been there in years.
Don't go there. The parking is like horrible. It's kind of like the worst mall if you need to find a store. So I was going to Banana Republic to make a return. It's on like the 7th floor. I knew that because when I looked on Apple Maps.
Wait, so they have a Banana Republic
said,
there, and then there's also one in Century City.
Yeah.
So they're not that far apart. Is it nice? Because the one in Century City is nice.
It was very big. I think the whole parking situation is just ruining the Beverly Center.
I really like Banana Republic.
It is nice.
I think there's some good stuff in there.
Yeah.
They've really, I feel like there was a period of time a few years ago that they'd kind of gone downhill just a tad.
Yeah, they're coming back.
But they're coming back.
Same with J. Crew.
Same. Love both of those. Great for just staple items.
Mm-hmm. Good, work clothes, business casual, business professional.
Yeah.
Quality.
Every once in a while, though, I find, a sweater at J. Crew or Banana Republic, and I look at the price and I go, how is this so expensive? Have you ever seen that where they're, $300 plus on a random sweater, and you're like, all right, I need you to, cool it, just a tad.
Yeah. And you look at the materials, and it is, 100% cotton or whatever, but it should not be that much.
$350, $400 or whatever it is, and you're like,
yo, we get down to
I need you to come down a tad,
to the 125 range.
Because and it's always the ones that are cool patterned or something. They know you're oh, this caught my eye, and then I look at the price tag and I go, for Banana Republic, this is more than I want to pay.
Mm-hmm. And Banana Republic should be less than J. Crew, in my opinion.
Interesting. You think it's?
I think J. Crew's a bit above Banana.
Huh. I'd kind of put them in similar categories. I'd never really thought about it.
Same
tier, but just a tad.
But J. Crew is just step above.
Okay, then they're not owned by the same people, right?
No.
Because Banana Republic's part of Gap, right?
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of stores in that, Old Navy.
Yeah, it's Gap, Old Navy, Athleta, Banana Republic.
Is there an Athleta store anywhere? We used to have that in Virginia, but I don't know that I've ever seen an Athleta store.
There is one in Marina Del Rey because I made a return there.
Huh. I don't.
That's the best part about brick and mortar stores is that you can make a return there.
That's how people get in those stores.
Yeah. That's the only, I don't know. I guess I mostly go to brick and mortar stores to make returns, and for that I'm thankful. And to try on stuff, but
yeah, I've started to try more stuff on just because it does suck when you're like, oh, this is so cute. And then you get home and you're like, not cute on me.
Anyway, Beverly Center, the Banana Republic was on like suite 700. So I'm like, okay, let me go up to the 7th floor.
There's 7 floors?
Yeah, there's no 7th story parking. You have to go up to 5. And then you go to the elevator and you click on the iPad that gives you that. It's like an iPad to get the elevator. So you pick on 7 and then you go up to 7. Banana Republic's right there, thank God. And I go back to my car. I drive to the other side of the building to where the Lucky Strike is. I go down these escalators that are on the outside of the building of the Beverly Center. And I go down all the way to the bottom and I'm like, where the hell is Lucky Strike? Because to my left is like the parking. I'm like, that's not where it is. I'm looking for like mall. And then the other side is like the street. I'm like, okay, I guess I go through the street. I walk around like a quarter of the Beverly Center. And then I find the Lucky Strike. And I was like, I need to leave. And then I had some of their food. And it was covered in seed oils, I could tell.
Yeah.
Because I didn't feel well afterwards.
Yeah, I went bowling with my nieces maybe 2 months ago. I will say I probably ate a little bit of the food, but it's not spectacular. It's also kind of gross eating and sticking your...
Well, I didn't do that part.
Yeah, you were lucky. Yeah. Gets real challenging for me. Because, like, I am very tempted by the food, but then I'm like, this is gross.
I just worked out. We're recording on Monday because
I was in Mexico.
Yeah, for 36 hours.
Like, literally 36 hours. You know, Tulum did kind of grow on me. It was better than I had expected. I do like those, like, small beach little towns.
They're cute.
I do like the idea of it, but that just took me... It was quite the travel day.
I think if you were there for, like, a week, you would have enjoyed it more.
Yeah, but then I also feel like the town needed a little bit more, too. Like, I don't know what I expected for Tulum.
Maybe it needed, like, a dance club.
I think it had those, because my friends seemed to go to those. I didn't drink. As my friends say, I raw dogged this wedding. It's mildly inappropriate, but that's what they kept saying to me. They were like, I cannot believe you were doing that.
Did you raw dog your flight?
No, I slept. Oh,
that's good.
Oh, so I've never owned... I think I bought a neck pillow one time in the airport, like, years ago, probably for a red eye, and I hated it. I was like, I don't understand this, don't get it. But before this red eye, I went on TikTok. And I was like, teach me how to red eye. So I found a few videos on how to red eye properly. And I purchased 2 neck pillows. Well, actually, I purchased one and Naveed purchased the other one. When mine came, he said, that one looks like shit. And he was right.
You didn't get the same one?
No, we bought different ones because I was on TikTok and people had different opinions, right? So I was like, okay. The one he purchased was amazing. I ended up using it.
What made it amazing?
It was like supportive and cushy.
Was it just like super high up on your
And
neck?
It was like, yeah, I could like I could get in like a decent position. I think it was like Ostrich or something was the company. I'm gonna have to look at it because it was like I strapped it around my neck tightly, and then we also bought these things that are like the eye covers, right? But then they strap to the back of the seat so that you don't go forward. Okay, so you can only imagine. We're getting on this.
I saw that TikTok you posted, but I didn't realize there was more outrageous.
I was strapped in. To be fair, I ended up unstrapping it from the back of the seat and just used it as an eye cover. And then I put my headphones in too, because I always sleep with a podcast on. Like, that's how I fall asleep. So I purchased the Wi-Fi as soon as we got airborne. Was like, had a bunch of Spotify and YouTube things on that I normally listen to.
Just queued up.
Freaking passed out both flights.
Did you take like any
Didn't take anything. Didn't drink, didn't do anything. Spectacular.
We're like so opposite. It's funny. I kind of love it.
Why? What would you have done?
You're just like full like EMF, radiation, Tesla,
Well, okay,
facial.
they were corded headphones. They had a cord. They connected to.
Oh,
I
okay.
did not use Bluetooth. Okay, and then I just had like the mask thing on.
Actually, an airplane's the only time where I'll use like the noise cancellation beats over the ear Bluetooth because I need that, or else my autism will take over and I'll
Yeah, it's hard to
not survive.
It's hard. I get it. So that was like passed out. It was amazing. It was actually amazing. I will say I had a window seat on the way there and an aisle on the way back, and I'm not a huge window person.
Oh, really?
Well, I like the idea of a window, but I get
Mhm.
very claustrophobic.
Interesting.
And then if I have to pee, then I get really embarrassed. So like
I'm
the
not-
autonomy of the
I am not an
the aisle.
aisle person because I like to lean,
I like
and then
to
I'll
lean.
be like whacked by the stewardess push cart.
So I do
thing.
like to lean. If I
Mustache.
had my preference, if I was in first class and there's only one person next to me, I'm kind of cool with the window. Or if I'm in first class and there's nobody next to me because I've got a lie flat, obviously that's spectacular. I do like to lean against the window. I do think that is spectacular. But I don't know, my aversion to asking two people to get up when I have had too much ginger ale. Ginger ale does make you. I love a ginger ale on an airplane, but I swear I always have to pee so badly. And it's the worst part is that Naveed, this happened to him, is he decided he had to pee, but we were already like in descent and they had like locked the bathrooms. And then we got on the ground and the pilot was like, nobody can stand up because we're on an active taxiway, but we have to wait for the plane to depart the gate before. And so he's like holding himself, being like about to declare like a medical emergency over like how badly he has to pee, which I get. Like when you have to pee, it's like the worst feeling in the world to not be able to go.
Great. You know what I just remembered? Alaska Airlines. I guess they're Alaska Hawaiian now.
What?
Yeah. They've like merged.
Hmm.
They have salt and stone in their
Their
bathrooms.
bathroom?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I didn't know that until I took a Alaska flight to San Francisco. Oh my God, never fly into San Francisco. Everything is always delayed because of the fog and weather.
I flew Alaska 2 weeks ago, but to be honest, I avoid the bathrooms because I'm also claustrophobic.
Yeah. The airline bathrooms have
gotten smaller.
So small. I can barely
turn around.
I can barely like sit down.
I'm like this, like I am about to have a panic attack. I'm about to, and there's like, I've realized, I don't know what Airbus this is. I think it's an Airbus. There's one where there's like 3 doors at the back for bathrooms. They're like next to each other.
Oh.
Okay.
Like
and then if you get the shittiest one, which is on the left, it's like slanted. So you are not only in this tiny freaking cubicle, it is then like I'm not very tall. And I'm like,
do you think the right side is slanted too?
Well, no, because the other two are like more in the middle.
Oh.
Because they don't go all the way over. So like one. Yeah. And so like I had the unlucky opportunity to use that restroom once. And I was like, I literally was about to have a panic attack. I'm so claustrophobic.
You just gotta like pop a, anti-anxiety, whatever.
Probably I have pretty bad anxiety in general. I don't take anything.
You know what? If you don't want to take a medication, take ashwagandha. That helps with anxiety.
All that shit scares me.
No, ashwagandha. Not ayahuasca.
Yeah, that scares me too.
That's like a
that's like frog.
That's what
I think a lot of people in Tulum do that.
Yeah.
I think those healing places they saw.
No, but ashwagandha, that's completely different.
Right,
it's like a herbal supplement. It just helps you like calm a little. It's like not like that strong, but you do kind of notice you're just like,
oh, I think I want to start taking creatine.
Yeah, my boyfriend wants me to get on that.
I don't know why I think that would help.
I think it would.
Most people say I have a lot of anxiety, which is why I have to get to the airport so early.
I think that's what helps you be a good lawyer.
Yeah, I'm anxious about everything. It's problematic. it bleeds over into all the aspects of my life. Naveed hates, I think he wanted to kill me traveling with me because I was like, you need to hurry it up. We cannot be. He's like, we're like 3 hours early.
I'm going on a trip soon, later this month. Yeah, hopefully everything goes well. And I think I'm going to like life hack the airport. Like we're gonna get there early. I'm just going to like walk around, get some exercise in,
Okay.
and then it's a red eye I'm taking. And I can just like
Let me
chill.
show you this pillow.
Yeah. I cannot sleep on planes. Like I cannot be vertical. Like I'm always just like 50% awake, 25% awake. I just can't fall asleep. I have to be completely horizontal.
That's what I thought until this last trip. But I looked like a complete freak of nature.
You kind of did, and I didn't see all of it.
That wasn't even the good one. So I ended up switching the neck pillow to Naveed's.
Do you have a picture?
I wish you would have taken one, especially on the return, because I think I looked even more insane.
Oh my god. That's nice you were able to get nicer seats.
Yeah.
They like really are, like with all this like socialism and Democrats, they really are making it so you get like the shittiest, worst quality for like very little money, or you have to pay an exorbitant amount for like pretty nice quality.
Yeah.
It really is turning to that. They're like removing all the mid-tier options, anything that's like a little bit nicer than like
Yeah. I mean, Economy Plus was what Economy was years ago. They're not really that much like extra legroom or
what is
anything.
the difference between
There's a little bit extra legroom.
Okay.
It doesn't look like much. When you actually look at the seat, I'm like, I can't believe you would take any more legroom out.
Like what's the cost difference? Like $40?
I mean, it depends. No, it depends on the flight. Like,
Do you think it's like more than $40? Like
on
on
some
your
flights, yeah.
God.
Yeah, I think it might have been 80 for each of us. I don't recall.
No, like the difference,
It's between
the delta.
I think it was 80 for each of them on the one way. I don't know. I don't normally like. I think I should probably start booking Economy Plus in general more often. I've just been cheaping out. It's the thing is like it's crazy who you get assigned to sit next to sometimes, because like Naveed behind him yesterday was like, we did aisle.
Oh.
So
That's an interesting strategy.
Interesting strategy, right? People are like, because truthfully, I get it. What significant other, like, as the guy, wants to take the middle, but you still kind of want to be next to each other, like, a little bit to, like, pass stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Although I was asleep most of the flight.
That's a good strategy.
Yeah. So we did aisle, and behind him was like a family. There was like a baby and two adults. They changed the baby's diaper
behind him?
Yeah, like didn't go to the bathroom, and then handed the diaper to the stewardess. Gross.
Why the fuck are they going to Tulum?
Gross. They were coming home. Well, they were coming home from Cancun. So I don't know.
Who takes a baby to Cancun? These were white people, I assume.
Yeah, they were white people, and there was another white couple with a baby on our red eye to Cancun, which I was perplexed by as well, because I was like, there are multiple flights to Cancun per day from LAX. Like, why are you on a red eye with a tiny baby? Like, that just seems insane. Yeah, I struggle. I struggle with that going to and from Cancun. Like anywhere else, you could be like, oh, maybe they needed to really go see their family or something. But I'm just guessing the white couple going to and from Cancun was not. But maybe my assumption's wrong.
Speaking of stinky diapers, the weirdest people go to my gym, and someone walked by me when I was like on like the mats doing a yoga whatever exercise. The rankest stench moseyed its way on up my nose. I was like, oh, what like teenage boy didn't apply deodorant today? I look up, it's a woman with like a big rear end. I'm like, oh, this is that BBL stink that people speak of on TikTok.
I had never heard of that until you mentioned it today.
I've literally never heard of it either, except for TikTok.
What is in a BBL? Is it silicone like breasts or?
No, it's like they move fat from other
Oh.
areas of your body
So it's
to
not like an
your
implant.
booty. As far as I
Wait, so
know,
then
no.
do you remember that Kardashian episode where she
Yes.
claims that she doesn't have implants?
Yes, and she went to a
And she gets like an
X-ray,
X-ray,
MRI.
but then it wouldn't show up if it was your own fat.
I don't remember the results of that as I was a young child.
I don't really either, but it was like there was nothing there, right? Like in the way that like a breast implant would be there, but if it's not an implant, then like that she
So it
was
was
just
just like an early BBL, like it's just fat.
so like the X-ray was never going to prove that, and she just tried to pull one on us.
Yeah. I mean, did people really think Kylie Jenner did not get lip filler?
Oh yeah, that was like
Like, did people really believe it was like her
her
lip
lip
kit?
product.
Did people really believe she like concocted this lip, stick, this matte lipstick at home and now like wants to sell it to everyone? Like, no, she got like people really believe those were her natural lips, like without seeing a before.
Yeah, she had very, very thin lips. And she had been on TV since she was a young child.
Yeah.
So
I mean, like, who cares if you have like super thin lips? So like, I
doesn't
don't know,
matter.
it doesn't matter. But like, people believed her. That's what I don't like. If people got believing it would make their lips bigger,
I
you're a
definitely
blue
like
button
I want to
person.
say that I tried it once and it might have made your lips tingle, kind of like those lip
Oh,
plumpers, but
like yeah, because they're like
it has something
spicy
in
or
it. Yeah.
something.
Lip venom or whatever. I had one I liked in undergrad. Huh.
Should we call it?
Yeah, probably.
All right. Thank you for joining us on another episode of The Blonde Majority. We'll see you next time.
Like, follow, subscribe, comment for more.
Bye.
Bye.